In this fairy tale, yellow brick roads are concrete gray and lead nowhere magical. The Tin Man is an oil refiner. Used to be the head of the CIA, vice president and president. His son was a Tin Man too, named George, just like his father. Vice president was Halliburton then, greased palms when oil thirsty. Dorothy was a Patriot missile. Older brother Hercules wore Nikes. Both surfaced to air fly from Cambridge, not Kansas.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Diplomatic immunity ruby slippers, sponsored by White House Foot Locker. The Contra sparkled in a pair. Noriega sparkled in a pair. Marvin the Martian was an alien with weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, goody! My Illudium Q36 explosive space modulator.
Furnished by William Casey, Acme, and Bugs Bunny, double-crossing rascally rabbit, head of the CIA. Knew how to find and defuse the Illudium PU-36 explosive space modulator. Must have built a prototype. Must have sold it wholesale. Speedy Gonzalez was a Mexican, was a Nicaraguan with American cheese.
This is important message.
Ran Ronald's ray guns to the Middle East roadrunner. Sylvester was confused border patrol. Wiley Casper Weinberger knew the roadrunners and the Nicaraguans. Scared the affair would blow up in his face, like federal indictments. Uncle Yosemite Sam. Trick trigger happy Elmer Fudd Americans to think it was Muslim season. After 9/11 first happened on 2/26/93, Daffy better duck. Before the Pentagon spins his bill with friendly fire. Subtle like uranium bullets. Subtle like Agent Orange. Subtle like America is the Star Trek Borg. Darth Vader is the Jedi. Bin Laden was a CIA agent. The Star Wars defense program was no movie. Not talking about George Lucas. Talking about presidents with amnesia. Trading X-Wing fighters for hostages. Soldiers for land, oil, and opium. Talking about military officials Oliver North and John Poindexter. Both felony arms dealers like Han Solo. Praised and granted jobs as defense contractors and war correspondents. No whistles were blown. No lines read between. No dots connected in this fairy tale. California is how you say concentration camp in Japanese in this fairy tale. Dirty blanket is how you say dirty bomb in Iroquois in this fairy tale. Attack dog in water holes is how you say domestic terrorism in our not-so magic land of propaganda, where brains are programmed to flip at the speed of 30 frames per second.